Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we're going to talk a bit more about the fiasco with the Puerto Rico. And as you can tell by the title, I'm going to discuss some ways I think the situation can be resolved peacefully, where wargaming ticks off the least amount of members in the community. And we're going to talk a bit more about the response from wargaming so far with as far as the Puerto Rico is concerned. So, as I'm sure some of you are aware on the Reddit, and again, I'm not big on Reddit. I really just got on it to see what was going on what was going on with the Puerto Rico event, because I had heard some about some things going on in my Discord, and I gotta say, boys, the Warships subreddit on fire, all over the Puerto Rico. So apparently, a statement was made there by Sub Octavian, which pretty much doubled down on this ship is for the 1% of players that can no life grind it, and that's what it's been meant for from the get go. And Wargaming has always planned for people to spend money on boosters in order to obtain the ship, and it's not really meant to be obtained just by pure freedom. And, if Wargaming was maybe upfront with that from the get-go with the Puerto Rico, that might have made the situation better. Because if they had just said that, like, 2 months ago before the ship came out, whenever the ship was originally released and the event was announced, if they had been upfront with everyone about that, they would have been feeling this backlash way back then, to where they could have made changes to save themselves from the nightmare that they are going through now. Because let me tell you right now, I would not want to work for Wargaming's PR department, because oh my god, it's got to be just hell for them this week, and the week before Christmas too. Go figure. And just wow, just reading all that on Reddit was just like, dang, they really just wanted to like shoot themselves in the foot from the get-go, and just really wanted to make everyone hate them, because that's really what it seems like they were trying to do. I'm not sure who's making these decisions, but wow. Yeah. And then also the stream, which I'm sure most of you are or have heard about this too. I'm a little bit late in covering this. Chat asked the devs, hey, are you guys going to live stream you guys grinding the Puerto Rico? And the devs said something to the tune of, no, we can't because we actually have jobs. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a quote for quote, but I do believe it was somewhere along those lines that we have jobs, so we can't grind out the Puerto Rico. Then who the hell's the Puerto Rico meant to be for? They know their player base is the older men. It's older males. That's most of the people that play World of Warships. I think the average age is probably around 26, 27, 30-ish. This is a game for much older people than your typical video game, and most of us have jobs. And most of us have jobs that don't really give us off a lot of time for Christmas. I'm fortunate that my profession gives me off a couple of weeks for Christmas and New Year's, but I work every other day in December except for the week of Christmas and the week after. I work, and I work all through January too, every day except for the weekends. You know, I don't have time to grind out a Puerto Rico. I don't. Most of us don't. 99% of us don't. It's literally 1% of people that don't have jobs that just do this all day that can potentially do it for free. And even those 1% say that they straight up will not do it because they would have to no life for the entire month of the event. So yeah, that threw just jet fuel on the dumpster fire that is the Puerto Rico event. And then today, the 16th of December, the Wargaming channel bravely decided to upload a video about the dockyard, and last time I checked, that thing was at like 4.5k thumbs down to like 250 thumbs up. Yeah. If you're wondering what your community's thinking, Wargaming, it should be abundantly clear now. No one likes this. No one. I haven't found a single person that says that they like this event. Literally no one likes it. At all. Except people who literally do not have money issues. And before you start stabbing me in the comment section, just know that I've reviewed ships. If you're new here, I review ships, and I use the money from the channel to buy ships, regardless of what they are, because I will review them for you guys. And I know some of you are mad at me for buying the Puerto Rico to review it, but I mean, hey, that's you. That's your opinion. You know, you're free to express yourself. I'm not gonna silence anybody for being mad at me for that, because hey, that's life. But I review ships. I'm gonna review them regardless of what they are. It's just what I do here. Okay. Anyway, that out of the way. Yeah, it's just been a nightmare, and Wargaming hasn't been helping themselves any with anything. So what they can do to fix this, at least from what I've been able to think of, is one, they could just go in and remove like a 0-2 from most of the directives, and then the directives will be much more obtainable if for people that are willing to grind for it. And they could also do something along the lines of cutting back on the cost of the boosters, maybe halving them, because then you would change the amount you would have to pay for the first couple of boosters from $100 to just somewhere around $50, and that would be much more reasonable in my opinion, because $50 is roughly the price of a tier 8 premium ship. So you'd pay the price for a tier 8 premium ship, and then just grind out the last 3 objectives after they took a couple of zeros off of most of them. Seems perfectly reasonable to me, because you still have a bit of a grind to do. You would pay $50 for the boosters, you get a tier 10 premium. Now, $50, I would say the Puerto Rico is worth $50. It's not a fantastic ship, it's not a terrible ship, it's okay. And again, it's not worth this insane grind. It's not worth the money you have to pay to get it outright, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of $240, $250. It's not worth that. It's about $50. The Alaska's a better ship in my opinion, and if you're really wanting a good American super cruiser, just get the Alaska. Things much cheaper than the Puerto Rico right now, and it's much better. Puerto Rico feels like a shrunken Montana that's much squishier and feels actually slightly less accurate. But again, it's got a good reload time, it's got good AA, it's got radar, it's fairly quick, not fantastically quick, but I mean, it's all around, it's okay. But not worth the grind and not worth the money. So it's not like people are getting Stalingrad 2.0 for their time and for their money. So again, it's not a big motivator, at least in my eyes, to get the ship. Now, the event, of course, that's fully deserving of the hate that Wargaming is getting now. But the ship itself, it's actually quite balanced in my opinion for a tier 10 premium. But anyway, that could be one way they could fix it. And for those that have already gotten it, which the only way you've gotten it by now is because you just paid outright for it, they would have to provide them with a refund for paying the ship, for paying to get the ship, since they're lowering the cost of the initial booster. And that would be the way one way they could make it right. The other way they can make it right is just ditch the whole directives thing and replace it with a campaign. Like the Yamamoto Saruko campaign, or the campaign to get PEF. The PEF was a challenging grind, but plenty of people got it. So they could replace it with something like that, where you could still have the dockyard to animate the building of the ships. I think like the dockyard in and of itself is a fantastic idea. Just executed in the worst way possible. So they could just change the directives to a campaign, keep the dockyard for the animations, and tone down on the requirements to get the shipbuilding tokens. And I think that would be about the only way Wargaming could dig themselves out of this hole that they've dug themselves so deep into. Other than that, short of giving away the Puerto Rico for free, I don't have much other ideas, except maybe making it a coal ship after this event is done. That way people could continue to work for it slowly throughout the rest of the year, maybe. But other than that, or they could simply just extend the event for the rest of the year too. That could be the final option. Just and extend the deadline from January to June or December of 2020. And I think that would solve it. But yeah, that's about it for my ideas. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you have any solution to this problem? I know a good portion of you guys are just gonna be like, just scrap the whole thing, just screw it. And fair enough, if that's what you think you should do, Wargaming should do with it. But yeah, Wargaming's dug themselves into a pretty big hole here, and God knows what they're going to do about it. They seem to have just been like fumbling the ball with trying to calm everybody down, and they don't seem to be giving on the position of you gotta grind your butt off for this. So who knows what's going to happen with the Puerto Rico in the future. And I don't even know why you'd even want a Puerto Rico now, because from someone who owns one, everyone hates you. That I'm not playing it anymore after I get done reviewing it, because everyone hates you when you get in the game. You just get picked on the entire time, and you get focused fired on because you're the guy in the Puerto Rico. So that's another deterrent from getting it, because no one's gonna like you if you get it. And I have plenty of footage of people just being like, "You really paid $240 for a ship? You shill, you sell out, you whatever." I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just a guy that reviews ships on YouTube. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's really not worth it anymore, especially considering that on top of everything else. But anyway, guys, let me know everything in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We are on our way to 7,000 subscribers, and we are over halfway there. That is amazing, guys. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a great Tuesday. I hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.